What I'm going to share about today has become really near and dear to my heart, and it's truly a large part of my journey into being a leader. And what we're going to talk about today is core values and how that influences our actions and our culture and ultimately our business outcomes and how we can run better businesses because of them. But first, I want to start you off with a little story that I think some of you may relate to. So as Paya mentioned, about 3.5 years ago, I was the CEO and one of the owners of a digital marketing company in Canada called Ring Partner. And we had built the business over 7 years. We had a strong, really amazing team. And then a little something hit called a global pandemic. It halted our world. It never occurred to us that a global pandemic would be a threat for a digital marketing company. But there we were. So one day, myself and the other two owners decided to come together about a month after the pandemic started and decide ways that we were going to be able to safeguard our business in order to protect ourselves if our clients were unable to pay. So what that looked like is we came up with a few different scenarios. Something to note is our business was bootstrapped. We had never taken any kind of outside investment, so it was really our blood, sweat, and tears that we had taken to build this business. And we also selected key team members to come along with us on this journey. And so at the end of the day, when we decided, okay, what are we going to do if we don't get paid? How are we going to keep this business going? Unanimously and naturally, all three of us came to the conclusion that before anything else, we would either take a pay cut or we would forego our salary altogether for a period of time. Now, I'm just going to pause there for a minute. As you know, situations when it comes to money can be really tricky. How in the world did three people so quickly align on what that decision should be for our company and for our people? I believe it is because of our core values. A number of years earlier, we took the time, we did the deep work in order to figure out what was the deepest core values to us. How did we want to lead the company? What do we aspirationally want to be? And in that big business decision, it was so ingrained in us that we were able to use that as a filter and not even realize that was what we were doing when we came to that decision. So as you can see, these were our values at the time. Raise the tide, be courageous, drive forward, and be ridiculous. And I believe that because be courageous was one of our values, when we thought about what was happening in the world and what we could do about it, we said, you know what, we're going to be optimistic, we're going to be brave, and we're going to do what's right for our team because we wanted to protect those team members before anything else. As Paya mentioned earlier, it's more important for us to be concerned about our people than profit at all costs. And so that was what we aligned on. Now, this story has a happy ending. In the end, we didn't have to make any kind of financial cuts. Our team remained intact. We scaled significantly that first year of the pandemic. And then about 1 year later, I was approached by One Planet Group. And I truly believe it is because of our core values that became the differentiator for why my company was acquired. They could have gone to other competitors. There are people in the space doing similar things, but I believe it's because of the culture that we built around these values that made us have a differentiator. As I mentioned, I am humbled to be in this room. There are people in here who are working in nonprofits. I know there are people whose businesses have direct impact in humanity and furthering the great human cause. Myself, I sell phone calls, leads, and clicks that are generated on the internet. Is digital marketing my life's passion? No, absolutely not. But I appreciate a great marketing opportunity, and I also love the game of business. So it begs the question, as a leader, as a founder, as an entrepreneur, as the owner of the business, how can you still capitalize on a great market opportunity where there is a need that you can fulfill, but still have meaning, still have greater purpose? And for me, I truly found that through being deeply, deeply aligned with the values of the company that I'm leading, because that gives you the ability to build that culture that is core to everything that you're doing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through some of the framework of what we did to come up with these values, and then I'm going to take you on that journey to show you how we can actually use those in our daily interactions with each other and in our businesses. So I think this is really key. Our core values is who we are at our natural best. We are not necessarily there every day. I don't know about you. I am not perfect. And when I look at my values, I want to be there. I want to aspirationally be there every day, but sometimes it's just not possible. But that's okay. So when we're first formulating them, I think it's important, one, to think about what are your deepest principles and how do you put those into action. So as a first step, core values take time. If you were to go and put a room of executives together and give them, 6 hours to come up with some values, you likely are probably not going to get something that resonates. They take time. It takes iteration. It takes editing. Some of you may already have core values, and maybe you've come back to them over a number of years and make sure that they still ring true for where you're at with your company and that they still resonate. I truly believe that when you have the right values in place for your company, it is a visceral thing. You feel it deeply in your soul if that alignment is there. And because if you as the leader feel that, so will your people. When we're kind of formulating these values, it is truly a marketing exercise. One, you're trying to sell this internally, but then it's also something you have to look at externally as well, because it is going to be a representation of who you are. So I love this quote by the great marketer and thinker, Seth Godin. Brand humility is the only response to a fast-changing competitive marketplace. The humble brand understands that it needs to re-earn attention, re-earn loyalty, and reconnect with its audience as if every day is its first day. So I think when we're looking at this, we could probably even swap in brand humility. I think we could also say corporate humility, company humility, even our culture humility. We should be looking at this every day and understanding that it needs to be re-earned, that we're having to refocus and look at it because, as I mentioned before, we are not necessarily going to be there every day. They are who we are at our natural best. Okay, so we're at the point where you have taken time. It could be months, it could be years, to redefine and really pinpoint what you feel your values are. Now comes the point where you've got to launch this with your team and communicate it to them. And honestly, this is probably the easiest part. Now that might sound strange because you put all this work in already, but you're going to go ahead and you're going to launch it, and then, well, what's next? That's the difficult part. Now, you don't necessarily have to go skydiving to launch them. You could just have a simple meeting. But the real important part to all of this is you've got to bring it to life. Core values without action are dead. So what I would like actually for everybody to do is I would like for everyone, if you're able to stand up. Stand up right now. Okay. If you're able to, I just want you to move. Just have some movement. You could do some jumping jacks. You could do some gentle stretching, just whatever makes your body feel great. Okay? Movement, action. And when you feel comfortable, you can sit back down too. So just as our bodies need movement, our bodies need action, we will wither and we will die without action. So it is with our core values. If we do not put action behind them, if we keep them on our company website and everyone else just kind of forgets about them, if you are not able to recite them from your intern all the way up to the CEO, you have a problem. Your core values need to be memorable. They need to be short enough so that people can actually know what they are. And the most important part is they have to be actionable, because core values without action is dead. So what I want to share with you is a few examples that I have seen that work really well in a few different companies. These are some rituals that I have seen that work. One, this is so simple, apparel. Everyone loves a beautiful t-shirt. Put your core values front and center on those t-shirts. And maybe a hat, that might be great too. Think about it with your recognition programs. How can you use that with your core values as a filter? Also, your annual review process. Not only just your annual review process when you're going and saying maybe how someone performed in the year, and then how do they embody your core values. Also, you can use this as part of your hiring practices, also your firing practices. You're using this as a temperature gauge to make sure that you are bringing in the right people who are going to be fully aligned and synchronistic with your culture. Art. If you're going to take the time to make these core values, it takes time. You might as well have some art on the walls. Put it up in your offices if you have a physical office. If you don't have a physical office, make it a background for your Zoom. Make it a background for your computer screens that you can share with your employees. Events. I think that this is an extremely key one. At One Planet Group, we have the honor of having, keep me honest, I think it's 7 or 8 service days each year, where absolutely every person in the company is able to go, take the day off from their normal duties, and serve in their communities in the way they feel best. That is a true testament to living your values. So policies is a really interesting way as well that we can look at this. Zappos is an excellent company to look at that actually lives its values through its policy. One of their values is to wow their customer. So because of this, in their call centers, when they're dealing with their customers, they do not put a timer on those calls, and they do not script them. They want them to be able to go and wow their customer in whatever way is possible. So that's a great example of how even policy can be influenced by your values. Okay, so you've taken the time to define what those values are, you've communicated them to your team, and now you're living them. And this, in the middle, this is where you find meaning. As a leader, as a founder, as an entrepreneur, even as a team member within a broader company, when you have that meaning and you have that alignment across the teams, this is where you have that sweet spot where everyone is marching to the same tune. So this is going to be full circle. I am absolutely thrilled to say that I've been able to actually personally go through this journey with the One Planet team over the last year or so. We relaunched our core values with the team back in April, but it took time. It took an entire year from discussions and edits and re-edits to finally find something that resonated with us, something that was memorable, and something that we would be able to continue to live with our team. And so our core values are LIFT at One Planet Group. Lead with love, innovation with intention, future focus, and team-centric. As a challenge to all of you here today, I encourage you, if your company already has core values, think about how you can put them to action, maybe better than you already have. Or maybe you need to take a look at them and re-edit them. Or if you haven't thought about those values yet, now's the time. Because when you are having your values in a holistic way, you will have a beautiful synchronicity, and you will have an alignment in a way in your business, and you will run a better business.
Think of sharing what you know.